ladies and gentlemen. Yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't the creepy music of this place here amazing? Without further ado, metal greetings, good day, and welcome back into the uncanny world of Let's Play Puzzle Agent, starring Nelson Tethers, the agent we both need and deserve. Now, when last we left off, he had finally arrived at the shutdown Scoggins eraser factory, and following that, proceeded to enjoy himself a delightfully suspicious conversation with Sheriff Bug, who is now gone. Unfortunately, said conversation didn't really yield anything of significance, except, of course, more mysteries. For example, this here contraption, one that is missing a gear, set up by who knows to prevent access. Weird, certainly weird. Also, the sheriff, he was quite in a hurry upon disappearing, making his already suspicious behavior even more suspicious. However, he did not leave before asking us to meet him again later down at the Musia Diner to discuss further details concerning the case. Why he couldn't have just shared those with us here in front of the factory is beyond me. That sheriff, I don't trust him. Perhaps he had to leave in order to, maybe buy time, or perhaps set up something else, a trap. I am saying something else because maybe he is also the one who set this here contraption up. I don't know. Of course, there is a third option. He might just be a moron. But who knows? Who knows? I suppose we are going to find out eventually. Nothing else to do here, I am afraid. Cannot get inside the factory. Whatever happened to the foreman, Isaac Daphne? Was there really an explosion? And not a single raccoon inside. I'm wasting my time here. Anything else to do at all? There is a new gum, one that decided to spawn in. Why not? I am just going to take it. Why not? Just don't, Nelson. I am asking you, don't. Not good for your health. Now then, suppose we can just move on for the time being, and perhaps that gear is going to turn up elsewhere. Yeah, perhaps it'll appear once we find the murderer. If there is a murderer, yeah, said murderer, I bet he has got the gear. There are so many things I want, so many questions that will not get answered anytime soon. Alright, let us leave. I don't really like how isolated this factory happens to be. Nelson, he is pretty much asking for it right now. Alright, come on, there, the snowmobile, take me away. Alright, it is right over yonder, the Musia Diner, just as isolated as the factory, right next to the river, apparently, but at least there does not appear to be a forest right next to it. I am guessing it should take me about 10 minutes or so to get there. Alright, the sheriff is waiting. The sheriff is certainly waiting. What a strange individual. As strange as all the other individuals except Martha. Of course, she is just the sweetest lady ever. But the rest, yeah, the rest can definitely go to hell. Is that a bit harsh? Who knows? Perhaps I am the wrong one. Perhaps they're all nice. Yeah, waiting to show me that polite behavior. Who knows? Off to the Musia Diner. Hello there. Yeah, I was about to say, could you please stop staring? Oh my, this is it, eh? The Musia Diner. Looks more like an abandoned ruin to me. But apparently they're open, interesting. Can't see any lights? Alright, who are you? We can certainly have a conversation, but who are you? This fella, how big his eyes are. And the fact that he didn't say a word, mildly suspicious. Nothing else? No, wait a second. There's something down below. Are those snow prints? Do you call them that? You know, not footprints, but in the snow. Of course, left behind by feet. Snow prints? It's a trail. Alright, let's call it a trail. So many things to look at. And he is just hammering away at that sign. Well, have fun with that. We are going to have ourselves a conversation in a second. Don't mind me. This is what I do.
There seems to be some tiny footprints in the snow around the diner. But I don't see any kids around here. Possibilities include stealthy children, tiny animals wearing boots, cats wearing shoes. Nice, Nelson. Now that's going in FBI records. And I'm still recording. Tether's out.
The humor of this game. It's amazing. That was my favorite recording thus far. But I wonder. Little children wearing boots? Animals wearing boots? Cats wearing boots? Who knows, but boots definitely seem to be involved. Raccoons wearing boots? Let us not jump into conclusions here. Alright, this certainly happens to be intriguing, but nothing I can work with right now. Perhaps we should just have a conversation. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this guy, take a look at this guy. Perhaps you will find him to be a little familiar. I am going to explain what I mean soon, but give it a try. Do try and see if you at all remember or recognize his face. Alright. The music is still kind of foreboding. Also a little distorted every now and then. Let's see. There is a puzzle. Oh my. Mustn't forget that happens to be the name of the game. But let us ask about safety first. Be careful now, my friend. Don't fall down. I am sure the snow would cushion the fall, but still.
Excuse me, I see you're working on your sign. Is it safe for me to go into the diner? Excuse me.
Gotta fix the sign.
I can see that you are trying to fix it. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Also, I just noticed that he is hammering away at the sign using a wrench. Do you see that? He is using a wrench. I don't think that's gonna fix anything anytime soon, my friend. Are you ignoring me? His eyes. They are so big. I feel this guy has seen some shit. Oh dear. Well, looks like we will not be able to get anything out of him until the sign has been taken care of. Well, I am certainly the right guy for the job.
Something wrong with your sign? I said, is there something wrong with...
You a cop? I ain't got time for cops.
I'm not a cop.
Look, I gotta get this sign fixed before it gets dark. I don't want to be out here after dark, if you know what I mean.
I don't, actually. What do you mean by that?
It's just a fuse, but I can't remember which one it is. Not with all the whispers in the head.
What? Whispers?
Get the fuse for me. I'm getting cold out here.
Well, isn't that the kind of your problem? My oh my, so he is hearing whispers. Oh dear, not another one. Bloody hell. First Bo Murphy and now this guy. What else? He doesn't want to be out after dark, if you know what I mean. No, I don't. I don't believe I wish to find out. Well, that's certainly, ominous. Here we are. Find the fuse, eh? The repairman has forgotten which fuse he needs to use, even though he coded them so he wouldn't forget. Select the fuse that completes the sequence. Alright, just have to select a single fuse. Shouldn't be too difficult. Alright. Down below, there are the 4 fuses, and one of them happens to be the correct one, but which? So this right here is the sequence. We've got like a house, a heart sitting on top of an open book, and an M here, with a line straight through the middle. And down below we have got a nuclear explosion? I mean, maybe? A 4-leaf clover? Some legs? And a sign, no humans allowed here. Yeah, that's just what the initial impression isn't telling me. Now, which of the 4 is the correct one? What exactly is the sequence supposed to mean? It starts here and continues like this. I am guessing that the symbols change ever so slightly? Maybe? So we go from a square to a heart. It kind of looks like the symbols are changing. Like, the line down here, it gets more wavy, if you will, more squiggly. And the square turns into a heart. It's quite difficult to describe what I mean, but just imagine that the symbol, it changes. It changes ever so slightly into a new shape. But how exactly does this become the M? I can kind of see it. Yeah, basically, the middle portion of the heart here, it goes down even further and becomes the middle portion of the M, and these round edges become the pointy bits. Or am I just overthinking this again? Like, which of these fits the sequence? At first glance, I would say the third one. This one right here. Because it kind of looks like what would happen next, after the heart. But where's the line? The line is here, then it disappears, and then it's there again. This doesn't feel correct. The others? But none of the others feel correct either. Bloody hell. What does it mean, the sequence? Could this be the first puzzle that I happen to get stuck on? Oh no. Don't make me consume a gum. I don't wish to. I don't. Perhaps that's what drove all the people of Scoggins insane. Of course, what am I trying to say here? That the people of Scoggins are gum addicts as well? I mean, perhaps that's the reason why a single stick hasn't been seen in months. like Martha said. Or perhaps Bo Murphy ate them all. If he is indeed supposed to be Nelson from the future, yeah. I am still clinging to that theory. Truth be told, I don't know. None of these look correct. They don't look like they would work within this here sequence. I don't even know what the sequence is really supposed to show though. Do the symbols change, or is there more to it? Well, I don't wish to fail the puzzle. Should I take a hint? Sure. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time, I have failed you. Also, Nelson, I failed you. I can't figure this out. And there aren't even that many possibilities. This one still looks like the most improper solution, but who knows? Or maybe just go for it. Perhaps I am right. But it doesn't look right to me, that's the issue. I want to understand the solution. I don't feel like I'm right. Okay. Take a hint. Just swallow the gum we picked up earlier. Oh dear. There is that delicious looking gum. Alright, fine. So here we go. The sequence of symbols on the fusebox looks somewhat familiar. Maybe it's not as random as it seems. Aha. Not as random as it seems. So maybe the shapes don't matter. The shapes of the symbols, they don't matter. I mean, they do matter, right? Why wouldn't they matter? That hint? It was just as cryptic as the puzzle, I feel. And that the sequence is not just random, I get that. Can I look at the hint again? There it is. The sequence looks somewhat familiar, but in what kind of way? Maybe it's not as random as it seems. Does it look familiar? Is there something familiar about them? Wait. Give me another second. Wait. Wait. Oh my god, I think I see it. Alright, perhaps you figured it out already, but it certainly took me quite a while. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the solution actually. And take a look at this here symbol. Like, only take a look at half of it. This right here, it looks like a 1. And this looks like a 2. Here we have got a 4. This would be a 7, a 3, another weird looking 2. These are numbers. Except this one. This one doesn't really look like anything. But these are most definitely supposed to be numbers. And that would make the second fuse the correct one. I can't believe that I didn't see this. I mean, it's so obvious now, I feel like a moron. I am a moron as big as the sheriff. But here we are. This should be the one. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. Sometimes there are so many trees in your way that you don't see the forest. That's some kind of a German saying. Nothing else? Nope, this should complete the sequence. I can't believe that we've been here for 20 minutes already. Like 5 minutes of introductory commentary and then 15 minutes of this here puzzle. Yeah, not really, of course, but you get the idea. Well, hopefully this is going to allow us to have a conversation with the gentleman up above, the weird one. Everything is so weird today, but thanks for the hint. That certainly helped out. But I can still taste the gum. It was frozen at first, and now it just tastes awful. Be gone. Aha! Alright, I am apparently still a top agent. That's certainly interesting. Even though I had to take a hint, well, perhaps taking hints is not as bad as submitting a false solution. Alright, certainly beautiful. That was the correct one. And here we are. Each figure in the sequence is made up of a number and its mirror reflection, I forgot to mention that, joined together as the right and left parts of the figure. The missing number in the sequence is 3. Yeah, I see it now, and I still can't believe that I wasn't able to discover the answer much sooner. But here we are, done with another puzzle, and thus far our rank hasn't suffered. Beautiful.
That should do it.
Hey, what do you know? This ought to keep the little buggers away.
Little what?
Well, I gotta finish getting this sign mounted. See you later. Well, we'll see.
I'm sorry, what? You don't seem to be a very kind individual, sir. Story of my life. Where have I seen this before? Yep. Oh my. The little buggers? What little buggers? Why do you not wish to be out after dark? Raccoons? Or is there more to this? Not just raccoons? And he also doesn't like cops. And his voice. Something in his voice is quite hostile. Alright, my friend, I am not leaving just yet. What can you tell me about the factory?
I don't suppose you know anything about the eraser factory accident?
Don't suppose I do.
Right. That sounded very convincing. And the sign has been fixed. Why are you still hammering away at it with the inappropriate tool? What is your deal? Anything about the foreman, perhaps? Did you know him, Isaac Daphne?
Did you know Isaac Davner?
Not much. Heard he had some kind of accident. Feel bad for his wife, Glory. Such a pretty girl.
I should really talk to her. Do you know where I can find her?
Yes, I do.
So, where can I find her?
Inside.
Well, that's not creepy at all. Complimenting the wife of the missing foreman. Such a pretty girl. Do you know where I can find her? Yes, I do. And then nothing else. Oh dear. What is going on here? This guy. I kind of like him, but at the same time I don't. Nothing, eh? Absolutely nothing. I like how he said, I hear there was some kind of accident. Yeah, I just mentioned that, stupid. I just did. And you, didn't even care. My oh my, I do believe we are done here. Hopefully the sheriff is waiting for me inside. Wait, what am I saying?
Goodbye.
Like, why do I wish to meet the sheriff again? These people, all of these people, they are so weird and bizarre. By the way, what I mentioned earlier, ladies and gentlemen, have you recognized his face yet? If you haven't, I am just going to give it away now. This is actually the guy that I modeled my avatar after. The avatar which you can see during the title card of each video, like at the beginning of each video. Yeah, I'm overcomplicating this again, I know, but this guy, his head in particular, his head served to inspire me and gave me the idea for that avatar. Well, there you go, some useless information for you all, better appreciate it. Now then. I didn't learn much new, except that there is apparently a wife, yeah. We should probably have a conversation with her as well. See what she knows. By the way, what was that about? We'll see. What he said, like, at the end? We'll see. Like, what are you trying to tell me? Why are you being so hostile? Alright, I am leaving you now. Leaving you out here in the cold. And just like I left behind another unpleasant individual. Bye for now. I bet it is going to be much, much better inside. Oh dear. Their expressions are so good. Alright, apparently we are just going to move on. Yeah. So there he is, Sheriff Buck. He kept his promise. Hello there. I bet that must be Glory. And she is certainly looking quite distraught. Oh dear. And 3 fellas in the back. And one of them keeps staring at me. I don't like it. I don't. These people. They don't appreciate my existence. Well, the 3 in the back, they don't. I think Glory doesn't care. She's got other things to worry about. Well, I suppose for now we are just going to have a second conversation with the sheriff and discover what he knows. And after that we can proceed to question everyone else here. Not really looking forward to questioning her about the accident, because I am sure it hit her the hardest, of course. Alright. Something on the counter there. Like, what is that? Looks like... I don't know, sawdust? Bird seeds? I have absolutely no idea. Might be important though. Might warrant another pointless recording. Who knows? Alright, Sheriff Buck, I'm glad to meet you again. As you can see, I have arrived. Now, what do you know?
Hello, Sheriff.
Agent Tether, good. You're here.
Yeah, listen, I wanted to ask you...
No time. I got a hunch about the factory. I got security camera records here of people leaving the factory.
Good. It'd be helpful to talk with whoever left last.
Exactly what I was thinking. I mixed up the photos so we can put them back in the right order.
What? Why would you do that?
You know how it is.
No, I don't. That's evidence.
What? I'm sorry. Well, here we go. No time to waste. Another puzzle. Isn't that beautiful? Before the episode is over, another one. You know how it is. Really? Is that how it is here in Scoggins? I feel like by that he means, you know how it is, here in Scoggins everything is about puzzles. Oh my. So he mixed up the pictures. Good. For a second there, I felt perhaps I misjudged him, because he was talking about the matter in such a, I guess, in such a convicted way. But no, he is still quite the buffoon. Alright, what have we here? Security screw up. 1 second. Clear my throat there for good measure. Rearrange Sheriff Buck's photos to show the order in which the factory workers left. Alright, this one should hopefully be a little simpler. Alright, 4 pictures. And I just have to compare them? Alright, let's see. Here we have got a guy leaving. Also, a guy leaving. Another guy leaving. And a guy heading for his car. There are some important clues here. What matters is the car, as well as the footprints. Let's see. When this guy left, the car was still there, and no other footprints visible. Should make him the first. I'm just gonna leave this here. Next up, as we can see, there are footsteps leading over to where the car used to be here. So this is not the second one. Perhaps this one? There are definitely footprints leading away. Are those just the footprints left behind by him? Let's see. Put this here. Alright, so he left. Then this guy left. And car is still there. Then the owner of the car left. Yeah. And last but not least, the car is gone and the fourth guy leaves. Yeah. This is definitely the order. Well, there you go. As you can see, I still have what it takes. The last puzzle certainly threw me off a little, because it was so obvious I couldn't see it. Couldn't see the obvious answer. But this right here, this is a bit more to my liking. Behold! Well, beautiful. Thanks, Sheriff Buck. Thanks for the mental exercise there. Alright, let's see. How was it done? It's all in the footprints. And in the car. Don't forget about the car. In the first photo there is only one set of prints, in the second there are two. In the third there are several, but the car is still there. And you get the idea. In the last photo the car has already gone. Alright, thanks, Sheriff, but now, who exactly are these individuals? I appreciate the exercise. It certainly helped me to find my way back into reality after the fuse puzzle, but what happens now? I hope this isn't all you got.
This should clear things up.
Yeah, that seems about right. Looks like the last one out was Mike Lobb.
You think he might have had something to do with the accident?
Probably. Why don't you head out to the ice fishing huts on Lake's Fens? When he's not working, he's usually there trying to dead stick a lunker.
Got it. No, wait, do what to a what?
Catch some fish. He's got himself a bright orange vest. Can't miss him. Anyway, to get there, you can take the snowmobile out to Sesame Woods. But you'll have to hoof it from there.
Well, that's delightful. Alright, that fella is our man. I've forgotten his name already. I am sorry. But apparently first we need to head over to the woods and then make it into the ice huts on foot. I don't like the sound of that. Exposing myself to the elements and such. That'll leave me without a quick getaway. And who knows what's out there? I should probably try to find this guy, before it gets dark. I mean, you know how it is, right? I don't. Not yet. But here we are. He sounded a little upset there. Oh, goddammit, you solved the puzzle already, Tethers. I don't like that. Another horrible attempt to imitate him. But oh well. Let's see. What else can we talk about? This factory worker. Let's start with that. Is there anything else I should know about him?
What was the name of the factory worker I'm looking for?
The last guy to leave the factory was Mike Lobb. Drive out to Sesame Woods, then walk the trail out to the ice fishing huts.
Alright, Mike Lobb. Interesting name. And I like the saying he used there. I've forgotten about that one already too. What did he say? Stick a lunker or something? Catch some fish. Isn't that really a saying that exists? I suppose I could check after this video. Or, because I am so incredibly lazy, perhaps one of you could tell me, ladies and gents. There is very, very little I know about Canada. Except some of its history, of course. But sayings not so much. Now, about these woods. Perhaps a silly question, but are they dangerous? Should I be careful?
Is there anything I should know about the Sesame Woods?
They've got the odd wolverine in them.
What?
But they're probably hibernating or migrating or the like.
Wolverines? Alright. I don't want to sound incredibly moronic here. But Is that actually a type of animal? Forgive me. Please forgive me. I suppose I certainly happen to be an uncultured individual in this regard. Doesn't even have much to do with culture, I know. But Wolverines? I only really know the term from, you know, the Wolverine. The claws and everything, as well as the famous, like, military saying, something, let's go Wolverines, yeah. But is that actually a type of animal? Perhaps he's talking about Canadian raccoons, I don't know. Certainly interesting. By the way, I like how that one guy in the back is still staring there, looking like over my shoulder occasionally. What's with that guy in particular? Alright, let's see. To finish off this here conversation, what can you tell me about Glory? You know, while she's standing right over there.
What do you know about Glory Davner?
Foreman's wife. Poor girl, she's a sweet kid. Her family has lived in this town for generations.
Maybe she has something to do with the accident.
That's ridiculous.
It could be an insurance...
Now you just leave poor Glory alone. She's having a hard enough time without you getting all accusatory.
Well, that's what I do. Getting accusatory? That's a word you don't use every day. But it's a possibility. Of course, I do have to agree with the sheriff. It's a bit rude to say that out loud while she is standing right next to him. Oh boy, Tethers. Could have something to do with insurance? Yeah. Sounds a bit too simple and convenient for me. Yeah. Sounds a little too convenient for me. Or to me. I think to me is the proper word here. Oh my. When you, let me just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, once you start studying linguistics and such, all of a sudden you find yourself questioning everything you say, just stopping and thinking to yourself, wait a second, that verb I used, is that the correct verb? Or that word I just used, is that like an actual word? Where does it come from? In this context, does it make sense? It's beautiful. But I suppose we're done here for now. Looks like Glory is our next target, eh?
I better get back to it.
You betcha.
I don't know what to make of this here sheriff. Sometimes he seems to be quite a moron. Other times he is acting mildly suspicious, and then every now and then he has got like a soft side to him, like saying, poor Glory, she is such a sweet kid. So apparently her family has lived in Scoggins for generations. Damn, I gotta say, mustn't that get boring every now and then? I mean, what is there to do here in Scoggins? And what are you grinning at? What is your problem? Good lord, we are not going to become friends. My oh my. Suppose that's all for today? At least the diner is more friendly from, you know, the inside than from the outside. Just screw that repairman. And what was he talking about? That the Glory is a sweet young lady? Something along those lines? And, yeah, he certainly knows where she can be found. I don't like it. That guy is a creep. Those guys are creeps. The sheriff is... weird. And who knows, perhaps she is going to be weird as well. We are going to find out next time. Anything else to pick up, like gum? Nope. Just plenty of conversations waiting for us. Alright then. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been TheShadowCookie. I hope that you enjoyed this here introduction to the Moosier Diner, and when we'll come back, more of it, certainly more of it. Prepare yourself, Tethers, and try not to be too rough with her. That sounds a bit wrong, but try not to be too accusatory. I don't think she needs it. But perhaps she isn't the key. Perhaps she has got all the answers. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, until then.